Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to touch base with you today on something that I find very important when I'm picking out a server to play on, that I've just recently been looking even more into after some stuff that has happened in the past, that kind of stuff. So, and one of those main things is the server going to be set up to where it nickel and dimes you to death the whole time if you're wanting to keep up to date on colors, any kind of fashion quest kind of stuff, or if you're trying to keep up with, the different kind of hues for your pet, different kinds of add-ons you can have, if you want to get a pet leash, or if you want to get anything to bond your pet. All of this stuff is going to be little by little making you spend real life cash to keep up with, so say, the Joneses, down the street or whatever it may be. So one of the great things about InsaneUO that I've found so far is that you don't have to spend a dime if you don't want to be able to access absolutely everything. And I'm not talking about going and farming millions of gold to be able to buy the in-game currency to be able to stay relevant. I'm talking about just playing the game. You will probably never have to spend money unless you absolutely want to donate to the server, to just help them out or whatever it may be. But that's completely up to you. There's a lot of servers out there that are going to straight up tell you that they are donation free, and then you can take a look at their donation store and you will see hundreds of dollars worth of items that you can purchase from them. In my opinion, that's not donation free. And it shouldn't be said that it's donation free if they're just going to straight play the player base and lie to their faces. So first thing we're going to talk about here is you've got the new player supplies. These are going to be, all this is gold. So these are going to be books. They're going to be obviously rune books right here. You've got your atlases right here. All of this can be bought by players as well, or sold by players. So if you get 120 inscription and want to go bust out some runic atlases and everything else, you can do that as well. But these are going to be available for all new players and seasoned players. Doesn't really have a limit on it. Powder of translocation. These are going to be able to power the bags of sending. So for about 100,000, you can re-up a whole bag of sending with 100 charges on it. Boards, ingots, more ingots, book of masteries, powder of fortification. So if you want to add durability to items, bag of sending. Now, granted, this is 100 charges, so I know it does look steep, but that's only about 2,500 to charge, so that's not bad at all. Bag of sending is 100,000 for 100 charges. Recall scrolls of 100. And of course, bag of blank runes. All of that was with gold. Moonstone crystals, clothing, blessed deeds, only 225. Now, keep in mind, you get about 250k every time you do a champ spawn. So the money comes very quickly, and I think that's one of the greatest things is the money comes quick enough to where you can actually buy these things with gold and not have to worry about shelling out, your hard-earned money for it. Antique removal deed. This is amazing. For 2 champ spawns, you can remove antique off of a great item. Like I did this one. It's got faster cast 3, faster cast recovery. Faster cast recovery 3, faster casting 1, and SDI 18% with mana regen and DCI. All of this now is mine, not antique, because I was able to remove it just for 500k. Curse removal, night sight removal, harvester's blade and harvester's axe. Both of these are going to help you out with your collecting if you wanted to make a crafter or just wanted to use the secondary skills. Jewelry box, heritage token, seed box. All of these things you're going to see on other servers for real in-game currency, such as sovereigns or whatever it may be, that are going to take money out of your pocket to get them. Runebook strap, spellbook strap, ice box, all of the different storage boxes that you're going to have for your crafter. Sawmill, all the harpsichords. The enormous Venus flytrap, that's something new. I've never seen this. It is a little steep, but you get to pick whatever color you want. Book of Lore. white cloth dye tub, white leather dye tub. The rune box is really cool. You can put as many runes in it as you want, and every time you double click it, it just pops a rune out for you. And this only weighs 5 stones. So I can keep 93 empty runes on me, and it only weighs 5 stones, so I can pop them out whenever I want to mark a rune. House building toolkit. This will allow you to customize your house. And white metal dye tub. Pretty awesome. So this is Igor the Insane, or Igor, or whatever so you use your insanity tokens. Now I've got mine in my house, so it's not going to show them up here. I think I've got like 4,000 now. But you use these insanity tokens that you don't pay for these. You get them from completing things in game, like champ spawns and peerless bosses, and some of the different bosses that are around. Like for example, right now there's an event going on in Destard where old One Eye spawns. You'll get insanity tokens for beating him, and they don't stack up too quickly to where you're just going to roll in here and start buying everything. But they come fast enough to where if you spend a couple of months here actually active in the community, you'll be able to get this stuff and be able to have it for you. So we'll take a look at these. These are going to be pick a power scroll. This is going to be any 120 you want. Cloak of Insanity. This is actually really cool. You've got hit point increase, stamina increase, mana increase, faster casting recovery 2, faster casting 1, and lower mana cost 5%. All of that for 10,000. I'm almost halfway there, and I've only been on the server about 2.5 weeks. So very, very obtainable. Shroud of Insanity, Bootlegs of Insanity, all of these are going to be things you can buy with an actual currency you get for completing objectives, instead of just having to shell out money for it, which is really, really nice. And then you've got the Stone Vendor. This is going to be additional things that you can actually buy with the tokens. Up here, you've got your Pet Supplies Vendor. Now, if you played on any other server, you know this is crazy. You can bond your pet and buy a pet leash with 100 charges all together for 250k. So that's crazy. That's very, very awesome. You don't have to worry about not having a pet bonded or waiting 7 real life days or any of that stuff if you wanted to come over here and get a pet bonding deed. As well as a pet leash that has 100 charges, which I'm at 78 charges. And like I said, I've been here quite a bit. So that lasts forever, and again, 1 champ spawn and you can get both of those items and move on, which is pretty cool. So over here you've got your standard dye tubs, including your black dye tub, but one thing that they do which is really cool as well is they've got the actual hues here that are going to be the monthly hues, and these are going to change, and they're not just going to be, oh, this month is purple, this month is, whatever. They actually have really cool hues here, like marble and Fey Green, or Fey Wrath, which is the Fey Green right here, which is actually really nice looking colors. And you'll get to do these on your items as much as you want. Like they work on the leather, the cloth, and I've got all of my under stuff done with the green on the sash. So all of this is available to you. And we're coming up on probably my favorite part, just because this was something that I really couldn't afford on other servers, because, well, for one, I just didn't seem that interested in spending like 4,000 or 5,000 solves on a color. It just didn't make any sense to me for a pet. But you've got good old Talon, the Insane Tamer here, and if you look at him, you will be able to see these are called your reward points for pet stuff. So you've got hitching ropes, pet bonding potions, pet whistles, and here's where it gets interesting, pet dye. So you're thinking 500, well, how do I get these points? It's extremely simple. You go out and you tame things. They could be worthless things, standard fire steeds, and you come and you turn them into him, I guess sacrifice them or whatever you want to call it, and it gives you points. So 15 minutes of going and just taming a spawn point of unicorns, coming and turning them in, and you're going to get probably somewhere between 100 and 200 points. So that being said, you've got different pet dyes here, pet branding irons, hitching posts, and of course all of the pet dyes that literally everybody wants, powdered snow, dusk. All of these are going to be available, not for something you pay for something you have to do in game to achieve, which is really, really, really cool. I love that. So instead of more of a pay-to-play kind of thing, or almost like a Visa card fashion quest kind of thing, you actually get to go out and do certain activities in-game that are going to allow you to get the hues that you want, get the dyes that you want, get the pets that you want, and etc. So in here, I think I've already shown this to you guys, but this is all of the different rare animals that you can get, as well as the Kodiak bear, and of course the crabs, the fire steeds. And one more thing I wanted to show you guys, and I think I have to be in my house to do this, access the UO store. So right now I've got almost 10,000 of these sovereigns or coins or gold coins or whatever they are. So one other thing is, if you look at what these things actually cost, 500 for an ethereal mount like this. For the soul stones, 500, 250, 100. Potion of glorious fortune, which is going to increase all of your treasure stuff for 50% for an hour, 100. All of these different things. If you look at just the cost of these, 600 for a whole decorative mage set. I literally spent like 700 of these coins and decorated my whole basement. I got to get bones and things like that from going to the graveyards and stuff, but I was able to do all of this for about 700, and I literally have got almost 10,000 of these coins by being on the server about 2.5 weeks. So it's huge. It's really, really huge. And of course, you've got your virtue shield here, which increases the virtue that you're going to get from slaying monsters. This is great if you're going to the champ spawns. You've got different character things here that you can transform him to. This was I believe, yeah, transforms you into a goblin. And I saw a crafter with this, which is really, really cool, like a little goblin crafter. Hair dyes. I actually got mine from Ramrod, which is a custom champ spawn here, but I think that it's really cool looking, like the hair. It's kind of, I've never really had custom hair on the server before. You've got your different equipment here that you can get, and you do have some weapons in this that you can actually get into, like Quiver of Infinity, 50. This is a great quiver you can get right off the bat. Smuggler's Edge. This is just going to be where you can steal items from mobs. I've never used it. Royal Leggings. You know, you've got some decent armor in here that you can get just with your gold coins here in the Ultima store. I believe you could actually get the Britannian ship too for 600. So you're not going to run out of these. You know, unless you're just going completely spend happy, you're not going to run out of these. And you get them by just playing the game, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool. And I know that some other servers do that too, where it's like, oh, you can get this from playing the game. But they give you like 50 whenever, if you want to go get a hue for your pet, it's 5,000. And it's just like, what a spit in the face whenever you're like, oh man, I thought this was going to be, you know, something I could actually utilize, but it's not. It's really not. So just kind of wanted to go over this with you guys and kind of see what really draws me into this. Now, granted, I could definitely see donating to this server only because I'm having such a great time on it, and all the other games that I'd want to play right now that aren't free to play are going to cost me $15 a month anyways. So if I'm having a great time here and I don't have to play one of those other games, I could definitely see donating. But you don't have to at all to stay up on all of the things the server provides, all of the pet leashes, the pet bonds, the hues, the different colors you can get on your own items, the pet or the hair dyes, the different things for decorating your house, all of the things you don't have to spend a single dollar for, which I think is the epitome of a server that actually cares about its players and knows that, yeah, you'll probably donate if you're having a great time, and you will be having a great time because they set up a great server. Not, here's a bunch of stuff, and every single update we release, we tell you about how much more money you can spend because we released one more color or one more whatever. I mean, it's just crazy how bad some of these servers will literally nickel and dime you to death and then claim their free server. So you guys keep it in mind. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. I want to see some more players on the server. I want to bring some more people in, have some more fun on the champ spawns, and again, my house is always open to anyone needing, you know, some starter gear or anything like that. But like I said, you're going to be able to go right to the UO store after being on the game a couple of hours and have enough probably to be able to get yourself some good starter gear and get you going to where we can get you out in the world, show you the custom champ spawns, the custom bosses, the custom peerless, the custom everything else. So hit me up in the Discord. Obviously it's Gymnastic Goldfish, or hit me up on YouTube. You guys have a wonderful day. Look forward to seeing you soon.